What's up guys? Welcome to my brand new studio space. Check it out. I'm just kidding. This is just an empty room in my house and I thought of shooting some videos in here before my lovely wife took over with her art supplies. So what are some things that you as a filmmaker could invest in to make your low budget music videos look better? Today I want to talk about 5 things that I personally think every filmmaker should have in order to make their music videos look better. Technology is rapidly changing, meaning that cameras are becoming more affordable than ever. So buying a camera that shoots 4K, 6K, 8K, 12K is becoming more affordable. And I mean, even your iPhone right now can shoot 4K, which is insane. I mean, people are shooting entire music videos and films on their iPhones and they actually look pretty good. But having a camera that shoots 4K should be one of the first things that you should purchase as a filmmaker, but it's not one of the 5 things that I want to talk about. Some of these things could be pricey, so it doesn't mean that you should go to a store right now and purchase it, but maybe it's something you can save up for. But this is the nature of freelancing. You do good work, you save up, you upgrade your gear, and then you repeat this cycle multiple times throughout your career. The things I'm about to mention are things that I use for every music video, so I personally stand behind them. But before we jump into this topic, if you're a filmmaker, I have some free filmmaking assets linked in the description. So please check those out. And if you enjoy watching this video, please subscribe. That would mean a ton. All right, item number 1 is having a good stabilizer. So you pretty much need something like a 3-axis gimbal so that your footage isn't shaky. One of the biggest giveaways that your video was shot on a tight budget is shaky footage. Not having stabilized footage can bring down your production quality. Keep in mind when I say shaky footage, I don't mean handheld footage. Handheld camera movement can be intentional, but shaky, jittery footage just doesn't look good. A lot of digital DSLRs today have this type of jittery shake that you get from shooting handheld. Now, there are many instances that shooting handheld fits the concept or the story that you're going for, but from my personal experience, I also believe that having some sort of a gimbal helps your production quality. I understand that a lot of beginner music video shooters don't have the money saved up to invest in a gimbal. So I would suggest maybe investing in a monopod, and also there's a ton of videos out there on YouTube that give you tips and tricks on how to get stabilized shots without ever using a gimbal. Once you have some money saved up, I suggest you get the Ronin S. Balancing the camera on the Ronin S is a little bit of a learning curve at first, but once you're comfortable with the Ronin, it becomes super handy. The Ronin S has like a 12-hour battery life, so once you have your camera balanced on it, I mean, you can just run and gun with it the entire shoot, and you won't have to worry about it running out of battery. All right, item number 2 is investing in some good lights. LED lights are becoming more affordable than ever, so you don't have to worry about saving up for a $6,000 sky panel. One of my favorite go-to LED lights has been my Color Spike. It's a super versatile light that's battery powered and is really easy to travel with. It's super bright and it has vibrant colors, and it's portable, meaning it's got an internal battery that you can take to any location and shoot with it at least for 45 minutes before it runs out of battery. You can also animate different color patterns on it, like police lights, strobes, lightning, neon signs, and many other things. And you can also control the light through a phone app, meaning that if you're a one-man band, it becomes super easy to just change the brightness or the colors or the temperature of your light. It's super handy because you don't have to go run to the light, change the brightness, come back, check the camera. You know, you can just control all the settings through your phone app. The Color Spike is great because it has a high CRI value, meaning that the colors that your camera is capturing aren't going to be skewed. One Color Spike costs maybe like 400 bucks, but there are definitely many other options out there. You can even buy these LED strip lights that are like 15 bucks that I've used for multiple shoots, and they also work great. Don't get too caught up in the specific type of lights you need to buy, but you need to focus most on how to light your subjects. 2 quick lighting tips that I would give you guys is to either throw a light up on the ceiling and just to light your subject from above, or if you have 2 lights, do one to the side and then light them from the back as well to help separate your subject from the background. If you are planning on buying some expensive lights, I would suggest that you rent them out and then do a test shoot with them before deciding to purchase them. Local gear rental houses are a great place to rent lights from, but if you do choose to invest in some LED lights, I encourage you guys to put it up for rent on your social media and website because I've actually been able to pay off some of my of gear just by simply renting it out. Tip number 3 is to invest in some lens filters. I've used lens filters on a countless number of music videos because I just love creating in-camera effects, whatever I'm shooting. Using filters can also just up your production value and show that you care about making a creative and entertaining music video. There are many affordable lens filters out there and they're super easy to use. You can either screw the filters onto your lens or buy 4x5 filters that can just go in your matte box. A great place to get some lens filters is Prism Lens Effects, and they just have a unique selection of really cool lens filters that you can use for your music videos to add really cool effects. Some of the lens filters that I like using are Pro Mist, Star Filter, and even getting a blank lens filter where you can throw textures on, draw on, or do crazy stuff with, and then just screw it onto your camera and just get really cool stuff. And item number 4 is to invest in a Haze Machine. Haze Machines just do an amazing job adding a cinematic look to your footage. It softens up the spaces that you're shooting in, and it also helps light spread evenly. It softens up the image that your camera is capturing, and also it's just thinner than using a fog machine. When you're using a fog machine, it tends to stay in one area because it's a lot heavier than Haze. You see Haze being used in a lot of narrative films, but they're also used in a lot of music videos. And item number 5 is to consider investing in a VHS camera or an 8mm camera. I'm just a fan of using multiple media types in music videos. And this means using a low-res camera like a VHS camera or an 8mm camera, or just a super cheap camcorder that you can just buy from Walmart. These types of cameras just add another dimension to your videos because they just give it a different look and quality that could be a nice touch for your final product. You can use a cheap camcorder to just get another look or get a different angle of a performance video that you're shooting with an artist. Or let's say if you're shooting a small narrative, it could just add a raw look that can help tell your story better. If you're looking to buy an 8mm camera, then make sure that the camera's been tested before and that the motors run smoothly. If you've decided not to buy an 8mm camera but still want the texture and the look of 8mm, I have a link down below of a texture pack that I have that could help your videos with the 8mm look as well. So to sum it up, the 5 things that I recommend you purchase are good LED lights, a Haze machine, a good stabilizer, lens filters, and investing in another type of cheap camera that can add a really cool look to your videos as well. So what are some other items that you like to use on your music videos? Make sure to comment below. Again, as a token of gratitude, if you're a filmmaker, I have some free assets linked in the description as well, so make sure to check those out. Thank you guys for taking some time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys soon.